So, unless you've been living under a rock or a ditch, you'd have seen that my beloved Audi TTRS fell fate to a very unfortunate date with a hot single local ditch in your area. Which didn't end well.
It doesn't look very good, Taylor, does it?
Do you know what? It doesn't, but it could be worse.
It could be worse.
And that brings us to now. There's coolant leaking on the floor here, and cosmetically this bumper has been pushed outwards, so this wing I believe has gone inwards. Overall though, it could have been a lot worse. So let's get started, shall we? First things first, I needed to get the car out of the garage so that I had more space to work on it. Which is easier said than done, given my driveway can barely fit a Citroen Ami, let alone an Audi TTRS. Those bushes really need to go. So first things first, I'm going to get this bumper off and we're going to inspect the damage underneath. First I removed the headlights to make my life a bit easier. That's one headlight out, followed by the second headlight, which took way too much time, more than I care to admit. So the next step is I need to remove this nut here and here, and then the bigger nut here and here, and then I need to remove the wheel arch liner and the under tray, taking out the nuts there to take this whole bumper outwards. A few bruised knuckles later, I was well on my way of getting this bumper off. However, like anything German, this was not very easy. Oh, look at the build up here. Literally just mud everywhere. I've got half of a river. Then it was time to repeat exactly what I'd just spent an hour doing on the other side. This took forever. If you can't already tell, I'm not a mechanic. So the bumper's nearly off. To be honest with you, it's still attached to the under tray underneath. But I think that might be okay, because if we get down here and excuse all of the mud, we've got access to what we need to get to now. So the car's currently looking a bit sorry for itself, but if you look down here, you can see we have a steady stream of coolant leaving the auxiliary radiator. So I need to get some more of this plastic off, but it looks like it's going to be a new auxiliary radiator. I mean, that does look pretty bad, and it's turning my driveway red. A million torque bits later, and I was slowly making progress. Damage assessed, I now needed to go on a parts haul, which is where AP Parts Limited came in clutch. The parts required were a new auxiliary radiator, the duct tin, and a new bracket. So, the parts are now acquired. We have got the auxiliary radiator, and we have got the bracket, because to be honest with you, the bracket, well, this mounts onto the bracket, obviously. Very hard to get off. The bolts are all seized and broken. I spent a good hour trying to get them off. The guys there were very helpful, okay? If you have an Audi, if you have a Volkswagen, any VAG group car, and you need any parts, the guys here are more than helpful. They have done me an absolute solid and sourced all the bits I need for the grand price of £185. Once home, I decided my driveway would look a lot better brown. So I wasted no time at all and started washing the bumper. And note to self, don't pressure wash things when you're about to lay down on the ground, because you get very muddy. Well, despite having the mini river on my driveway, you can see the impact where all of this roots and trees and God knows what else has just pushed in this grill. To be honest with you, this grill doesn't actually look like it's damaged. It might be, but none of the actual honeycomb has been ripped or anything like that. So potentially I might be able to save this grill, but I now just need to get this out. Also, before I take the rad pack out, I need to clean all of this because this is very dirty. Clean it, and then I will be taking the radiator out.
So the good news is, the grille actually seems to be okay, but the actual bumper, so you can see here this grille separates from this white plastic bumper here. This is, as you can see in amongst all the mud, a bit broken. So that tab there, totally shaved off, which allowed this to come in. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think we might be able to get this fixed.
This is so awkward to get to.
Well, the nut was stuck on, so if in doubt, grind it out.
Mission successful. And I chopped a lovely nice hole in my radiator. Here we are, one radiator. And here we are, we've got the parts. Massive shout out to AP Parts because they went above and beyond. They managed to source these parts for me, collection same day. So the TT is going to be on the road a lot sooner thanks to them.
Well, that is certainly not going anywhere, and definitely not going in any more ditches. Then it was time to fit the radiator, which was harder for me to do than squeezing into my suit after last year's Christmas dinner. Well, it certainly took a bit of manoeuvring to get in there, but it is now nicely seated on this bracket. I still need to do the Torx bits here, but that's fine. Also need to connect this up here. 2 Jubilee clips later, and a bit of coolant, it was time to start the car.
Oh, moment of truth. Put the key in. Well, she's running and holding coolant. So, it looks like it's going to be fixed today.
Now, all that was left to do was to reassemble the car, starting with the plastics and then moving on to the bumper. But not before I gave the car a little wash. Unbelievably, this grille, I've taken it out, I've washed it, it's gone back in absolutely fine. So no damage, and now no damage. The car was now starting to take shape. All that was left to do was to fit the nuts and bolts. However, unfortunately, that's where my luck ended, because the next 24 hours was going to be living hell.
Well, it's not good, guys. I put the car back together and I've taken it for a test drive. I've got 20 minutes away from home. Checked the coolant was holding absolutely fine. Heater was working, you name it, it was fine. Then
It decided to dump all over the road, and now I'm stranded away from home. So this has been a great day. I don't know what the issue is. All I know is the coolant is leaking from just underneath the driver's wheel sort of area at the behind the engine. It's dumped the whole lot of coolant over the road, and I am down to my last, well, I've used 5 litres of this today, and I'm down to my last probably litre. So don't really want to put that in because I know it's just going to dump it again.
But yeah, we love Audi TTs, but
So it's a bit of a strange issue, really. The coolant was leaking out of there, underneath the wheel, around that area. It was leaking, stopped for about an hour, put some more coolant in it, and it's holding its coolant again and not leaking. So this is going to take a bit of diagnostics. I really don't know what's going on.
At this point, it was getting dark, and I did not fancy being stranded on the side of an A road, so I decided to chance it and try and drive home. Then I broke down again.
Jaden has come to save the day. Again. He's currently bleeding the heater matrix. Ow! Hot! And burning his hand. The coolant is... Yes.
There you go, so it's now starting to go through, the line is going hard. That means there's coolant inside.
So the line's going hard means coolant going through it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so clearly I just didn't bleed it as well as what I thought. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Burn your arm. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Simba!
Tastes like honey.
Tastes like honey. Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
Honeycomb.
Honeycomb.
Tastes like honey. Oh.
So it is now the next day. I managed to get back to my parents' house, which is about a 3-hour drive, and it didn't go very well, as you saw. Luckily, this morning, we have managed to fix all the issues, so there's no more coolant issues, there's no more heater not working, there's no airlock, everything's sorted. So that leaves me with one thing left to do. As they say, if it ain't broke, fix it anyway. And I haven't got a girlfriend to spend money on, so I bought some wheels. Look at these bad boys. Michelin Pilot Sport 5s, beautiful. Well, that difference is phenomenal. I think these are going to look so much better than these. Now it was just a case of swapping the wheels over, and then this car would be done. These might just be the sexiest thing to ever grace your eyeballs, except from me, of course. Obviously, I still need to torque these, but look how good they look. I mean, compared to these are just awful. These look amazing. So this is going to look really, really good on the front. I mean, you can see the difference there. These ones are so much nicer than these. I think you'll agree, this looks so much better. It just makes the car stand out a bit more. I think it matches the carbon fuel filler and the spoiler a hell of a lot better as well. Overall, the car took 2 days to fix, which I think you'll agree is pretty good going. But why the urgency, you ask? Well, I have a very exciting weekend planned, which required my car to drive there. Let me give you a sneak peek.
Oh no!